blessings in abundance. Out here at my start of the day for the walk, and I want to say stop letting these debt collectors and these people so-called suing you come up with a one-sided interest. Okay? That means you need to respond to them. I'm talking about people that say that you owe them monies in terms of the credit card companies, in terms of the banks, for your foreclosures, your mortgage situations. Listen to me carefully. The manner in which they serve that documentation, it's a one-sided interest if you guys don't respond. And what you need to understand is, what we do on your behalf, we file a claim, or what we do, we put a lien against the claim. Always giving you guys some game about our approach and what we do, or what you could do yourself. We put a lien against the claim. So that means credit card companies coming after you and talking they talk, we put a lien against the claim. That first and foremost is going to stop all of that you owe this money, you owe that money talk. And in doing so, what we're utilizing is the Uniform Commercial Code. Those are the laws that govern secure transactions. Okay? UCC, the Uniform Commercial Code. Those are the laws that govern secure transactions. In the UCC 1, it establishes the relationship between creditor and debtor. I ain't going to beat you in the head with all this information. But what I'm letting you know is you're going to always strike back. Because a nation can't be in trillions of dollars in debt. And America's credit score actually went down lower, because for those of you that don't know, countries have credit scores. And America's credit score just went down lower. And the only way they're going to, conceivably, the only way they can come out of them having a bad credit score is to make the whole system plummet. So I'm telling you, I've been talking about this stuff for a while. I call it the silver tsunami, or it's called the silver tsunami. And what it entails is the political polarization of global uncertainty. Political polarization of global uncertainty. So partially in part, the next pandemic is going to be viral. It's going to deal with viruses again, but it's going to be the cyber virus. Trust me when I tell you, they're going to do all of this to reset money and usher us into the electronic abode. They've already been making the transitions gradually, but you got to see it for what it is. You see the direction that this nation is going in. You see the direction that money's going in. The American dollar is constantly on decline. They ran their trial with that first pandemic. Again, it's called the political polarization of global uncertainty. It's also part of what's known as the silver tsunami. Silver tsunami is when you have way too many older people and way too many younger people and not enough people in between to make up the labor force. Okay, so the average person that starts buying a home, houses make up for almost a third of America's gross domestic product. That means most of the money that America makes, the two main things that America makes money off of, real estate and education. Which is insane, because people are walking around here not really that educated, right? Or successful from the education. So you know that shit is fraudulent. And then you also got to look at the mortgages, right? They make most of their money off of real estate based on defaults. They don't make their money for real estate from selling properties successfully. They make most of their money off of real estate by virtue of the fact of what's called subprime lending, right? And in a nutshell, what they're doing is loaning people money that they know based on advanced metrics cannot afford the loans for these properties. So they can anticipate a default inside of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Take back the debt, write it off as a gift, and resolicit the same property. Same thing the credit card companies are doing. You'll owe a credit card company $5,000. Turn around, late fees, penalties, surcharges up to $8,000. They see that you're not paying for it no time soon. When they see the debt about to meet its maturation, they see the debt is about to expire, then what do? They sell your debt off for 10%. So you'll sell your $5,000 debt for $500 to a third party just before it expires. Then they'll write off that $5,000. So they made a $500 profit and they met some kind of tax subsidy. Real talk. Then the third party starts illegally calling you, asking you for money, because it's illegal to collect on a debt that met its maturation. It's illegal to collect on a debt that has expired. Anytime a third party's calling you on behalf of the original creditor, and you say, man, who are you? I never did no business with you. I may have did business with Bank of America. I may have did business with American Express, but who are you? Anytime a third party's calling to collect on a debt on behalf of the original creditor, you can more than likely know that that debt has expired or is about to expire. And therefore, it is either illegal or about to be illegal for them to collect on the debt. And that's why they're willing to take half the amount or even less than half the amount that's due. How does that make sense? How do you owe someone $10,000 and they're willing to settle for 3 G's on a payment plan? Who out here is loaning $10,000 and saying, well, you know what, I don't mind, give me back $3,000? How are Fortune 500 companies thriving like that? No, that's because the original creditor sold the debt and wrote it off. Okay, so they're getting tax credits and they're getting a profit. And then the third party is like, man, you had $1,000 debt. Shit, I got this $1,000 debt for $100. And you done, because the late fees, penalty, surcharge, you probably owe $3,000, $4,000 or whatever. I'll tell them, give me $800. Give me $500. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's crazy. It's really ridiculous how they get it off. But again, you know, we service you and we accomplish a lot of these things for you. But like I was telling you earlier in the beginning, when they so-called about to sue you for eviction and when they about to sue you for credit card debt, what they're presenting is a one-sided interest. And what you have to establish is that you're a holder in due course. Boy, oh boy. What you got to establish is that you're a holder in due course. Okay? The holder in due course. Yes. And remember this. In a nutshell, if the nation's in debt, how can you be in debt? It's just kind of crazy. The concept of debt is kind of wild. First in time, first in line. Remember that saying. Remember I told you about it. We'll talk about it at a different time. But yeah, you're going to establish the holder in due course. You have to establish the holder in due course. Okay? They'll never let one of those notices go unanswered. You never give them the opportunity to have a one-sided interest. Establish who's the holder in due course, and we'll file a lien on the claim. That's going to immediately stop the bleeding. Okay? And then when we have to establish the holder in due course, we're going to see, oh shit, you're not the original lender. So how could someone who's not the original lender collect on a debt? See, this is how this thing works. You feel me? This is exactly how this thing works. How you doing? Can I get an E3 live shot? Yeah, get my E3 live. So again, somebody saying, oh, I'm suing you for credit card debt. Oh, I'm suing you because I'm evicting you, right? I'm suing you because you owe the bank X amount of money. Don't let it go unanswered and let them establish a one-sided interest. All you gotta do is file a lien on the claim. Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, what you're gonna do is file a lien on the claim. Stop the bleeding. And what we're looking to do is establish the holder in due course. because a third party can aggressively ensue you with a lawsuit, collecting on someone else's behalf. Whether it's a lawsuit or not, it's just illegal. And then what we're going to do is serve them a compendium of law. And we're going to send it out, registered mail, signature confirmation via green card receipt. And when you send something out, registered mail, all you're merely doing is making sure it goes through a chain of custody. A chain of custody is simply when 3 different people bear witness that the mail is going out. So the person who receives the mail cannot say they didn't know it was being sent out. So just give you some ideas, man. But yeah, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to purchase our $2,000 service, so you can get access to anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand that you don't have to pay back. Get the mentorship so you can learn these strategies and more, so it never happens to you again, especially a lot of the nuances of credit, because many of you don't even realize that there's over 30 different credit bureaus in the first place. Over 30 different credit bureaus. People be like, yo, my credit score is good. I'm like, which one? You talking about TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, or FICO, right? Okay, I got you. But there's more to life than those. Okay? Oh, penny, my bad. You ready to spend your $2,000 to get access to anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand that you don't have to pay back? That's our goal. Get a caseworker that's going to deal with your credit exclusively and immediately. And also get me as your mentor, whereby I give you a wide range of ideas how you may want to grow the monies that you'll be receiving into a larger amount. And also you get the website where you can track your results, see the deleted items as we remove them and the positive items as we add them, and add notifications to your phone, so that way you can be made aware. That way you can be made aware of everything that's going on your behalf. When we send the correspondences out, when we get responses to those correspondences on your behalf, when there's funding pending or it's cleared, you're going to touch base. You're going to be able to see all of that through the notifications on your phone. So you just got to really think about it. For $2,000, you're getting access to 6 figures. Better credit cards with less implications. We're talking about credit cards that don't have late fees, foreign transaction fees. Okay? Credit cards that you could turn off credit reporting at your discretion when you feel it suffice to turn it off because you don't want the reporting. Okay? We're talking about you having a caseworker that'll be there for you at your disposal to deal with your immediate and exclusive credit card needs. We're also talking about you having a mentor. Okay? We're also talking about you having me as your mentor. The most exclusive part, the most important part of the mentorship program is the mentorship. Okay? But yeah, it's about to go crazy out here, man. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000 to get access to anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand that you don't have to pay back. We're not playing no games, man. We're taking it to the highest level. E3 Live. Had a long night, man. People had me out in the club again last night. Shit, we get paid to party, why not, right? We just stopped clubbing around 2, maybe 3 hours ago. I tell you what, like most things on earth, but there's some things definitely. I don't know if I would suggest you brush your teeth and then drink E3 Live. The shit don't mix. Minty dirt is not a good combination. God damn. I ain't never had a problem drinking my E3 Live, my blue-green algae. You know, I be on my vegan energy. It's 2 ounces, 6 grams of protein, lots of B12, vitamin D, which is crazy. And typically, you just gotta get that from the sun. And over 64 minerals, all inside this little thing right here. I normally take about 2 of these a day. Take 1 in the morning and 1 in the night. So that's automatic 12 grams of protein I'm getting right there. And it's quality protein, you know what I'm saying? We're getting the full set of amino acids. And don't let them tell you it's only 22 amino acids. I'm gonna cook somebody in a debate about that too. Okay, but nonetheless, you're getting the full spectrum. Because sometimes, you know, people get hyped. They see a bar, oh, candy bar, peanut bar, and oh yeah, we got 15 grams of protein. But it's not the complete assortment of amino acids that you need to rebuild muscle or for brain function in general. So a lot of people are recycling or regurgitating, constantly getting the same inconsistent, incomplete amount of amino acids. And then remember, everything that's protein isn't good. Some protein ain't all of that. Okay? Remember, gluten is protein. You know that. So just because something says has X amount of grams of protein, you want to make sure you know what kind of protein you're consuming. Like if you get pumpkin protein, right? Pumpkin protein is really good, but it's incomplete. So you might have to mix it up with like some wild rice and chickpea. Maybe you mix up pumpkins, seeds, or pumpkin powder. Just remember, if you're going to consume protein from pumpkins as an example, then you need to make sure it's associated with, as an example, wild rice and beans or black rice and beans. Because then when you combine those groups of proteins, you get in the complete set. So shit is all science, man. And people are like, how the hell am I getting so big so fast? I just post my before and after pictures. Niggas telling me I'm using steroids and all sorts of shit. I'm smart enough to not do that. I'm not avoiding certain alcohols and liquors to preserve my liver, only to turn around and fuck around and do some steroids. That shit destroys the liver. It should be looking cooked. And it's not necessary. See, the problem is when people are limited on information, it's always something. You know, I drive expensive cars, they say, you know, they are rental. Live in a big house, they say it's an Airbnb. Making money, they say it's a scam. I didn't even know this was going to happen. Now I'm using steroids. Y'all people are so sick, depressing, and just negative, man. Like, why it always got to be an excuse for somebody else's success other than what they say? But anyway, let's get this bread. You go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to amass wealth, to grow your money into a larger amount of money. Go to brotherpolight45 when you're ready to spend your $2,000. It costs $2,000. I have to say this a lot. People keep calling in and telling us a month later they'll be ready. 3 weeks later they'll be ready. I'm ready now. I'm going to call you right back. There's no need to tell lies. It's not necessary. You're grown people. And then also follow instructions. If you're not ready now, it's okay to not be ready now. Don't call breaking down your life story, your goals, your plans, and your strategies, and then be like, well, you know what, yeah, I'm going to get back at you 2 weeks from now. Because nobody has the time, respectfully, to just listen to you break down your whole scattered ideas about how you want to do what you're doing. And even worse, then you technically attempting to get a free consultation with no intention on moving forward with the service. And then you got people that are ready that we don't get to contact in real time because you're consuming all the time on the phones. Because we only can talk to but so much people at a time. Walking with me? So yeah, you go to brotherpolight45, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number whenever you're ready to purchase your $2,000 service to get access to anywhere between 50 grand and 300 grand being our goal that you do not have to pay back. All that we ask when you get those monies, shoot us back 10% of any money we help you get that you don't have to pay back. If you don't have to pay the money back and we help you get it, we help you get 200 grand, we ask for 20 grand. Why? Because we have professionals outside of the $2,000 working for you on your behalf for free. Services they normally render for a price, but they do it for free with the understanding and anticipation that you will be making your money. So because they have an anticipation of you getting returns on your $2,000 investment into yourself, our loan officers, tax consultants, whoever it is that you end up needing in the interim of the process that would normally charge, when you get those monies and I get the 10% back, then I ration out those funds and pay the people that would have charged you additionally. So when we fill in our applications, these applications, a lot of applications for funding, the free money, as they say, the money, the application be typically costing $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. A lot of times when people are charging you for consultations or to help them get funding, they charging you an application fee. Because that shit is written in so much legalese that if you make one mistake, you back at the back of the line, and by the time you submit that paperwork again, maybe the program's over. Maybe the funding opportunity is done. You walking with me? So yeah, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com, you leave your full name and your phone number. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready. Yeah, get you a mentor, man. Basketball players have trainers. Basketball players have coaches, boxers have trainers. What do you have? Yeah, get you a mentor, you heard? Word up. Yeah, shit is getting crazy out here. The next pandemic is going to be wild. Y'all mark my words. A lot of times I'm targeted for a lot of things because shit that I be saying be so far in advance. They'll shut down my sites. They'll do all sorts of stuff. I really be on point by a lot of stuff. It's just that I carry myself a certain way so I can last that much longer. I'm a targeted individual. Anybody that see my masterpiece called Silver Tsunami, that course right there, you see the pandemic, everything that transpired, I already called it out. And that's just based on deterministic algorithms. That's not because I'm a prophet. It's mathematics. I'm not even going to take the credit like I'm some kind of shaman or something, or some kind of guru. I'm just really good when it comes to numbers. Really good when it comes to deterministic algorithms. Okay? Okay? So yeah, when you're ready to become a master of your own destiny, when you're ready to get access to 6 figures, when you're ready to start amassing wealth, go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Make sure you're spelling polite, pride, optimism, love, integrity, gallantry, honesty, and trust. Make sure you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to get access to 6 figures being our goal to get you, that you don't have to pay back. Get you you're gonna boost your credit scores, leverage the results so you get access to the funding. Make sure you have a caseworker that's going to deal with your credit exclusively and immediately. You're going to have me as your mentor, whereby I give you a wide range of ideas, how you may want to amass wealth to grow it into a large amount. You're also going to have the website where you can track your results, see the deleted items as we remove them, and the positive items as we add them. Okay? You want to be able to add notifications to your phone so you can see your phone keep going off every time we send something out on your behalf, or every time something comes back because of something we sent out on your behalf. It's full transparency. Nobody's offering you a caseworker, a mentor, notifications to your phone, and a website to track your results, as well as funding, because no one should ever talk to you about credit restoration without running the themes of getting funding concurrent. You should not have LLCs and all these other things out there. You should not have LLCs and all these things out here without you having funding. Like, you guys having businesses with no funding or never touch $100 grand is kind of wild. It's kind of wild. To say you have an LLC, but you don't know how to even get funding, it's poor miseducation. A lot of misinformation out here and a lot of missed education. Don't just get content because you have a name of a business and a business checkings account. Get the freaking funding for your business. And if you never got any kind of funding over 6 figures, that's crazy. Because that means it's going to be easy for us to get it to you. And I don't care if you got so-called bad credit. Everyone's entitled to at least 6 figures worth of credit. I prove it to you. Maybe I'll do that on my next stream. All of you will do that. You all will do that. So again, without further ado, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com, leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000 to get access to 6 figures, become a master of your own destiny. Control your financial paradigm shift. Come talk to us so we can take you to the next level, man. We don't got no time to play. Yes, it's $2,000 to get access, anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand being our goal to get you that you don't have to pay back. A caseworker that's going to deal with your credit exclusively and immediately. And me as your mentor, whereby I give you a wide range of ideas how you may want to amass wealth. Different choices you can use. It's at your discretion. And always double check and verify if any of the information I give you is sound and up to date. Because remember, I'm a 9th grade dropout. Dropped out of school 9th grade. Remember that. 9th grade dropout. Remember that. Okay? So but I have the right to share information that proved to be successful to me. But what you have to do to make intelligible decisions is to double check everything. So while I'm doing the mentorship and I'm sharing ideas with you, because I got to give you a level of anticipation for the money, otherwise you get the money. And what hurts and breaks my heart is when people get the 200 grand, get 150 grand, and then, oh my gosh, the money just dwindled, and they thought they was responsible to be holding the money, and they still didn't know what to do with it. It can happen to anybody without a working business model. It can happen to anybody without a working business model, okay? So keep that in mind. Results within the first month, but the process is going to take anywhere between 90 to 120 business days, give or take, but it depends what's going on, because when we're looking to get you funded, a lot of the times when people make their biggest errors, they make their biggest mistakes because they be sitting here looking at only TransUnion, sparing the Equifax, when I'm telling them we're working on over 30 different credit bureaus. So stop thinking that the world revolves exclusively around that. But anyway, talk to me nice. When you're ready to spend your $2,000 to get started, leave your full name and your phone number at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Change your financial paradigm. And don't get caught in the muck and the mire of the days and time that we're living in, because remember this. Remember these lives. Save these lives. Screen record it when I tell you. It's called the political polarization of global uncertainty, right? It's called the silver tsunami, right? We'll talk about that again on the next stream I do. If you understand those two things, then you definitely know the direction that we're headed in. Calamity is always the birth or the inception of a new monetary revolution. Okay? Always has to be a war. Always has to be a global concern that transpires, that impacts most of the world when they're looking to bring in a new world order. Okay? It's new world order has happened at least on 3 different occasions already now. This is going to be the 4th one. This is going to be the 4th one. Walk with me. Okay? Trust me. Trust me. They're going in 2 pieces. We're going to go viral 2 times. We're going to go viral 2 times. Double platinum. We're going to go viral from another pandemic. We're going to go viral again from a cyber attack that's going to impact banking systems world over. Just listen to me carefully. Nobody's going to run, duck, or hide from it. But he who creates a liability must provide for remedy. Remember that. So there's not a disaster or a deception is not going to take place, okay, without them having a remedy to it, okay? So they already got it figured out. They already know. He who creates a liability must have the remedy. Remember that. He who creates a liability must have the remedy. So there's not a problem or disaster that's going to take place that they don't have a level of anticipation for it, or that they didn't already orchestrate. They're going to make you sweat. They're like, okay, this is how we find resolve, guys. This is in your best interest. Remember I told you. So right now, the best thing you can do is just start preparing, start planning now. Trust me. You think you got smacked this last pandemic? Trust me. It's about to be cooked this time around. talk. How you doing? There we go again. Have a great day.
You have a wonderful week.
You too.
Thank you so much for your positivity. It's lifted me up.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, that's my Becky, word. No, let me stop. Gotta be positive, man. It's interesting though when people say how am I doing, and I say truly blessed, or I remain blessed. It's always like a shocker. Like, she's like, the weather. It's hard to be happy in this weather. I'm like, this weather? You ask for flowers, you gotta anticipate rain. I mean, I get it. In the material realm, perhaps you do need the weather as leverage for better emotions. But when you're in the state of mind that I'm in, and you survive so many different things, shit. Today's a beautiful day. Any day that I'm alive is an extra day on earth. Feel me? Any day I'm alive is an extra day on earth. Talk to me nice. But yeah, we're gonna get to it. Go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and phone number only when you are ready to purchase the $2,000 service to take your life into the next level. Peace. Gonna connect with y'all again. We're gonna load it up. We're gonna load up the information. Peace.